In 30 years, one goal I hope to accomplish is to become president of the United States. LOL. I just say that in conversation a lot because either I'm laughing really loud or I'm laughing on the inside. The Zoom in which I was told by the inaugural committee that I was going to be the 2021 inaugural poet. That there's nothing wrong with being alone. I spend a lot of time as a writer with my pen at my desk. As lockdown began, when that was basically all I was doing, I started seeing solitude as a real gift because I think it's those moments of being alone that teaches you how important it is to have people who love you, who are around you. One of the many poems I'll say people should read is I Too by Langston Hughes. To question and to investigate, because I think if the poet can help us ask the right questions, then that helps us get to the right destinations. I just write a stream of consciousness, so I might write down just things that I hear coming from the street. I might write down the alphabet, I might write down my grocery list, but it's just to get into the motion of creating language on paper and eliminating the barriers of fear or self-judgment that I feel. Oh, I often say maybe one day I'll vacation, but I'm actually making that someday a reality. So I'm getting very, dedicated to carving out time for myself to just break. The one piece of advice that changed my life was from my mom, who was quoting Shakespeare. And in the play Hamlet, the character Polonius says, "To thine own self be true." And she always said that to me in the car, on the way to school. And it meant a lot to me because it meant every day I was being reminded to be my whole and fullest self. I have notebooks and composition books from, elementary school on, and I love being able to look back at my writing from who I was at 8, at 5, at 11, at 15. So I would save those after my family and my dog. I'm the daughter of Black writers. We're descended from freedom fighters who broke their chains and changed the world. I would say courage, and you're talking about compassion, intelligence, patience. I think all of these necessitate some type of bravery from us. We have to be brave enough to be kind and speak up for other people. We have to be brave enough to speak our intelligence to power. I, in myself, had to overcome my fears every day as someone growing up with a speech impediment because it necessitated that I use my voice even though I was terrified to do so. I would really love to have dinner with Maya Angelou. She just lived such a remarkable and thorough career, so I'd love to just have tea with her. Understanding about the climate crisis as well as actions to rectify it. I think for so long we've called it climate change, but I think it's time to put the alarm up that it's not just a change, it's an emergency. Just to put it simply, I would say is joy. There's a lot said about kind of the suffering poet and the poet who writes about sadness and depression and anger and all that, which I think is important and necessary work. But I do think there's something inherently joyous that occurs when I write, or else I wouldn't keep returning to it. It's some type of deep, inherent pleasure that I can't get anywhere else.